Okay. Now we look at the another domir, which is called ad-damairu al-muttasilah. Yes, iqra'u ad-damairul muttasilah.
الضمائر المتصلة.
Yes, muttasilah. Muttasilah. Just now, munfasilah. So this is muttasilah. So again, the word damair, this is the plural form. You can use the singular form. We say damir, damir muttasil. Muttasil. So what is this damir muttasil? Damir muttasil, we have also learned that. Okay, we have learned this damair in our text. These are the damir muttasil. So I just go straight to the domir. So this is the domir muttasil. These three. Okay. So what is the first domir muttasil? And what is the meaning? What is
Separate.
uh, uh, yes, I just want the domir. I'm not asking about the meaning of this muttasil. I just want the domir. Which word is the domir?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, correct. So yeah, that is the one of the domir. Yeah, the yeah. The yeah. Okay. What about the next one? The ka. Good. And the other one? Ki. And what is the meaning of this ya? Of course,
My.
everybody knows this. This is my. Ka.
Your.
Your. This is for male or for female?
Male.
Male. Yes, this is for male. Your is for male. And the other one is?
Your for female.
Your for female, right? So we have learned all this. So this is just in this lesson, we just want to know that the name for this domir is called domir muttasil. That's all. Yeah, domir muttasil. So what is the meaning of this domir muttasil? So I believe Khairul has mentioned just now. What is the meaning of muttasil, Khairul? What did you say just now?
Separate.
Unseparate. So it is not separated. It is the detached domir. So just now it is, oh sorry, the attached domir. Just now the domir are separated, but this time you have to combine. You have to combine the domir together with the word. So this is the example, yeah. If you want to say my ustaz, you don't write the word ustaz. You don't write ustaz and then a space, then you put yeah. No. Okay, you have to combine this together with the letter ustaz, so it looks like this, as if it is one word. But of course, now you know it is not actually one word. We have two words here, ustaz and my. Okay, so my teacher. The second word, ustazuka. So what is the meaning of ustazuka?
Your ustaz.
Your ustaz. Good. So this is now your teacher, your ustaz. So again, you see, as you can see, both words, they are connected together to form one word, to form a single word. Ustazuka, ustazuka, one single word. That is why it is called the domir muttasil. The same goes for ustazuki, ustazuki. Two words, ustaz and ki, but we write them as if they are a single word, ustazuki. So this is what they call as the domir muttasil. Yeah. Okay, that is in terms of the meaning. And the domir muttasil is different from domir munfasil. Munfasil just now, we say it is when you want to say I, you, we, they, you use the munfasil version. But now if you want to say my, you want to say your belonging, you want to say his, we will learn about this later. His, you want to say her, you want to say our. So this is where you use the domir muttasil, yeah? All right. So as you can see here, what they show you here is just they want to show you that normally if you want to say ustaz plus ana, you want to say my ustaz. This is not ana ustaz, yeah? If you say I am a teacher, of course the sentence will be ana ustaz. Then we will go back to previous lesson, the domir munfasil. But this time we want to say something else. We want to say my ustaz. So how do you do that? We don't use the word ana anymore, but we change to the letter ya. And how do you read this word? So ustaz, you add the ya, and whatever letter that you have before the ya, you put a kasrah. Ustazi. Don't read ustazun or ustazai. Yes, so it becomes ustazi. For ustaz and anta, it is the same thing. Anta, this time we don't use anta because we do not want to say you. We want to say your. So since it is your, the word is ka. So how do you read the word, this word now? Ustazunka? No, we don't say ustazunka. You do not read with the tanwin. Why? Because tanwin, as what we have learned, tanwin is only for the last letter of the word. Ustazun, yes. But now it is not ustazun. Now you have another letter after the zal. So ustaz, so you just remove the tanwin. Just retain the dhamma, ustazuka. Okay, so this is for ustazuka. And the same thing for ustaz plus auntie. We don't want to use auntie anymore because we want to say your, not you. Your ustaz. So again, what do? You just add ka. This time it is ki. And how do you read the word? We say ustazuki and not ustazunki. Right? So this is how do we use the dhamair muttasilah. Yeah, ya, ka, and also ki. Here it is the same thing, but this time for a muannas word. For the word ustazah. So what is the difference between ustaz and ustazah? Just now we have this ta. That is the only difference. Okay, so what do we do? How do we do? How do we add this ta to ya? If you want to say my, how do you add this ta to a ya? This ta will be changed to the normal ta. Okay, you simply change that ta to a normal ta. So what is the word now? The word is this. This is the word. Ustazati. This is the ta. This is the ta marbuta that we saw just now. Ustazatun. You just add an alif. Ustazati. Yeah. The second one is similar. The second one, ustaza plus anta. You want to say your ustaza. This is your ustaza. So how do you do? It is the same thing. We do not use anta. Instead, we add ka. And how do you read this? You join the two. That is why they call it muttasil, because you have to combine the two words. So now it becomes ustaza tu ka. Two words. Ustaza tu ka. Yeah? Ustaza tu ka. Your ustaz. Your ustaz. Where this word your is referring to a male. And the last word, the same thing, ustaza, but this time we want to add to the word auntie. But of course, we don't say ustaza to auntie. No. You change auntie to ki. Okay. So how do you read the word? Now it becomes ustazatu ki. Just like what we have here. Right? So this is the lesson on dhamair mutasila and also dhamair munfasila. Okay. So now let us go to the next exercises. At-tadrib al-awwal, the first exercise. Okay, the first exercise. So here the instruction says da' khattan tahta ad-dhamairil muttasilati fi ma ya'ti. Da' khattan. Da' means put. Okay, you put down things. You say da'. For example, I say da' al-qalam. This is called qalam, the pen. Da' al-qalam, put down the pen. So that is the word da'. Khattan, the second word. Khattan means a line. Okay, you draw a line. That line is called khat. Yeah, that line is called khat. Khattun. Da' khattan tahta. Tahta means below. So khat is a line. Tahta means below or under. So these three words, when we use these three words, we say da' khattan tahta. It means underline. So in Arabic, we do not have one word to say underline. We combine these three words, da' khattan, because when you say underline, how many lines do you want to put? Is it one line or two lines? So here, khattan, only one line. And where is that? Under, below, tahta. Tahta ad-dhamair. Okay, so here we want to underline the dhamair muttasila. Let us look at the examples. The first one, this is first from the Quran. This is from the Quran. Yes, who would like to read this? The first ayah. Okay, just read the ayah. Yes. Tafaddal. Tafaddali. Naam, Samida. Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Naam, syukran Samida. Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. This is from Surah Al-Alaq, verse number 1. Okay, yes. I believe everybody knows the meaning of this verse. Iqra. What is the meaning?
Read.
Read. Okay, again. Read. And what else? Read. Read in the name of. Okay. The meaning is read in the name of your God who created. All right, let us look at the word one by one. This is the first word, iqra. Iqra and means read. It is a verb. It is a command verb, a fi'il. Fi'ilul amr, a command verb. We say iqra. So I can say this to Ikmal. Ikmal, iqra. Iqra ya Ikmal. When I want to say to Safia, I will say iqra'i ya Safia. Iqra'i ya Fajatul. Yeah? So iqra. Iqra. Okay, that is the first word, read. Bismi. Okay. Look at this word. So this is, here we have two words. The word bismi contains two words. Okay, can you identify the two words? Look at the word and please identify. What are the two words? Be and ismi. Yes, Amida. Be and ismi. Yes, correct. So the first word is be. That is the first word. Be. The second word is ismi. Yes, isim or ismun. Isim. Yes. What is be and what is isim? Okay, be means in or with. So these are the two commonly used as translation for the word be. Be is a harf, isim, fi'il, and harf, right? So be is a harf, and the meaning of be will have to depend on the sentence. So here we do not know whether it is in or with. You have to look at the whole sentence. Okay, the next one is isim. Yes, isim. And what is isim? Name, yes, correct. Nama, yes, correct. So this is isim. So when we combine the two words bismi, so this is not, this is in the name, yeah. The normal translation would be read in the name of whom? In the name of Allah. Yes, so we say bismi. Okay. And then the next word, rabbika. Here we have two words also. Do you can you identify the two words? Not just one word. Rabbi, and another one is Ka. Yes, thank you, Shamimi. Good. So the first word is Rabbi, or you can just say Rabbun, Rabb. So the ending, whether it is bun, Rabbun, Rabban, Rabbin, Rabbi, Rabbu, it will depend on the sentence. When you learn grammar, you will be able to say it correctly, whether it is Rabbu, Rabbi, or Rabba. But at the moment, we just take the word which is Rabb. That's all. Rabb, and the next word is of course Ka. What is this Rabb? Rabbun.
God.
God, yes, God. So Rabbun is God. So Rabbuka or Rabbika, your God. Yes, your God. So here the sentence is read in the name of your God. Okay, in the name of your God. Alladhi khalaqa. Alladhi. Okay, Alladhi. This is the meaning of Alladhi is the one. The one who. That is the meaning of Alladhi. The one who. Okay, it can refer to a person or it can refer to an object. The one who, the person who, the object that. That is the meaning of alladhi. Yeah, alladhi. So here we say the one who, your Rabb, your God, the one who, your God who has created. Khalaq. Khalaq means created. Okay, so this is the meaning of the whole sentence. Iqra, read in the name of Rabbika, in the name of your God, Allazi, who created, khalaq. This word Allazi in Malay, normally we translate as the word yang. But actually this is not the correct translation because it is not only yang, it means orang yang. So you need, the word Allazi is actually referring to someone. Whether it is a person, whether it is, in this case, it is the God, or it can refer to an object, sesuatu yang. Yeah, so it depends on the sentence. Okay, so this is the first sentence or the first ayah and the meaning of the first ayah. Before we go to the second ayah, okay, I would like you to look at this word. This word. Look at the alif. Look at that alif. What is different about this alif and your normal alif? Do you see any difference? Anything new here?
Ada tanda ke atas.
Ada tanda di atasnya. You have that symbol. You have this symbol. Above the letter alif, you have that symbol. What is this symbol? Yes, that is the question. What is this symbol? Do you know what is this symbol? And where do you see this symbol normally? Dekat mana selalu? Al-Quran. Yes, correct, Shamimi. So this symbol is the symbol that we always find in the Al-Quran. In the normal Arabic text, we don't see this symbol. All right? In the normal Arabic text, you don't see this symbol. Okay, now I want to explain what is this symbol. Okay, if you learn the Quran, your ustaz will normally explain to you what is this symbol. But I would like I would like to tackle this from the language perspective. Yeah. Okay, what is this symbol? Okay, this is actually about the alif. So when we talk about alif, okay, and when we talk about alif, we did mention that sometimes for the letter alif, sometimes you see a hamzah written above and also below the letter alif. Okay, so sometimes it is written like this. Sometimes it is written without any hamzah. So basically there are two hamzah. The first one is without the hamzah, two alif. Yeah, the first one is without the hamzah. The second one is with the hamzah. Okay. In terms of the sound, is there any difference between the two? What do you think? In terms of the sound of these two hamzah, is there any difference? Do they produce the same sound or different sounds? Let's say I put a fathah. Are the sounds similar or different?
Yes, maybe.
Yes, maybe. You are not sure then. Yes, and then you say maybe. So yes or no? Ikmal, which one? Yes?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Confirm. You have to be firm. Don't say maybe. Maybe, and then you are not sure. I'm not going to give you full mark because you say maybe. You are not sure. Yes, this is the same sound because number one, you say ah. Number two, you say ah as well. So it is basically the same sound, the same letter. The difference is just the way how you write it. Okay, that is the first one, yeah? The same sound. If you put a kasrah, then this is E. This is also E. If you put a dhamma, this is U. This is also U. So there is no difference in terms of the sound. So what is the difference then? Okay, this is the difference. Okay. If the alif is written without hamzah, okay, I give you the example for both. Yeah, alif without hamzah is like the word alif lam. It's the alif lam. All of these alif lam that you add in front of a noun, for example, assalamu alaikum. So these alif lam, they are all written without the hamzah. You will never see people write alif lam with the hamzah. If you do see this, that is khata, that is wrong. Yeah. So that is one example of the alif without the letter hamzah. And the example for alif with the letter hamzah is like the word ana, the dhamir ana. So when you write ana, you need to have that hamzah above the letter alif. Okay, why is that important? Okay, why is that important? Okay, this is why. Okay, I would like to look at this first. Okay, let us look at this alif with the symbol hamzah. So this alif, if you have the hamzah, whether it is above or below the hamzah, what does it mean? It means that you have to read the alif no matter where the location is. Whether it is at the beginning of a sentence, whether it is at the middle of a sentence, whether it is at the end of the sentence, you need to produce that a sound, or a or e or u. The example is the word ana. So of course, when this is the word on its own, or it is at the beginning of your sentence, such as ana talib, you have to read ana. You have to pronounce the letter ana. Yeah, that is if it is at the beginning of a sentence. If it is at the middle of a sentence, let's say we have another sentence and it starts with wa. So what do you think? Do you read that or you skip that You read that correct. Yes. This is how we deal with the alif with the hamzah. You have to read the alif, the hamzah sound, no matter where it is. Right? So here we say wa ana. So you have to read that alif. So this is the alif with the letter hamzah. But what about the alif without the hamzah? Okay. The alif without the hamzah, it is different. where you only read the alif when it is at the beginning of a sentence. For example, we say Assalamu alaikum. Okay, you hear that sound. So you have to read Assalamu alaikum. Even though there is no Hamza, you still need to say that Assalamu alaikum. Okay. But when it is at the middle of a sentence, let's say you are replying to the salam. You say wa alaikumu, and then you write the word assalam again. How do you read this now? Do you say wa alaikum assalam? Do you see that? Do you read the alif?
No.
No, of course no, right? We don't say wa alaikum assalam. Why is that? Because this is alif lam. So the alif at the alif lam, you will never hear the sound if it is at the middle of a sentence. You will have to join, you will have to link alaikum to the next word, and you skip this alif sound. That is why here they change this to mu in order for you to link between the two words. Yeah. So now we can read the word wa alaikumus salam. The alif is skipped. Okay, we don't produce the alif sound. We don't say wa alaikum assalam. Okay, so this is the alif. This is the alif that is written without the hamza. So again, alif, if alif is hamza is written, then you need to produce the sound of that alif, a, i, u. But if the hamza is not written, you can skip that alif if it is in the middle of a sentence. Yeah, so this is the two alif. So when you learn Quran in tajweed, your ustaz will tell you that these two alif are called first hamza al-wasl. This is the hamza al-wasl, the one without the hamza shape, and this is the symbol. Yeah, this is the symbol in the Quran. So wasl, this is like the short shape. This is called the hamza wasl. So if you see this symbol, you know that this alif is only read when it is at the beginning of a sentence, such as this word. In this word, you have to read it. Why? Because this is the beginning of a sentence. So how did we read the alif just now? If you look at this alif, there is no vowel, there is no a, there is no e, there is no u. Okay, but what did we read just now?
Ikra.
Ikra, yes. So that is this alif. Yeah, so you have to read that alif. Compared to the alif with the hamza. Alif with the hamza, definitely you don't have to worry about this, because you will see the symbol fathah, kasra, and dhamma in the Quran. Only the other alif, only this one without the kasra. Okay, so how do you know whether this is ikra, akra, or ukra? The alif with this symbol. The alif with this symbol. How do you know it is akra? How do you know it is ikra? And how do you know whether it is ukra? Yes, how do you know it is actually ikra?
See the next
See the next?
huruf.
The next huruf, which is the letter qaf.
I think oh,
Ra, okay, ra, okay. You look at the letter ra. So what about this ra? What it has got to do with this alif? So we look at the ra. So what next? How do you know it is e? Okay, if you ask your ustaz, your tajweed teacher, yes, they will say you look at the third letter, then he will tell you if the third letter is with this symbol, then you read this symbol. Yes, for Quran you can follow that, but if we are apply this in Arabic word in general, we can only apply it for certain words only. We cannot apply it to the rest of the words. So what is the solution? There are two solutions. The first solution is always ask your ustaz, your Quran teacher. Okay, especially if the word is in the Quran, you must ask your Quran teacher. If you see this, then you ask your ustaz, how do I read this? Is this ikra, akra, or ukra? Then your ustaz will tell you, oh, this is ikra. And your ustaz will give you a clue, like Shamimi said just now, or you look at the third letter. So the third letter will give you a clue, so and so. Okay, so that is one way to ask your teacher. But there is another way. Another way is that you have to learn Arabic. Okay, you need to learn Arabic. So when you learn Arabic, of course, previously we have learned that you have fi'il, isim, and also harf. Is that correct? We have isim, fi'il, and also harf. Then when you have learned all of this, when you look at this word, you know, oh, this word is a verb. This is a fi'il. And when we talk about fi'il in the previous class, we have also mentioned that we have past tense, present tense, command verb, right? fi'il madin, fi'il mudari, fi'il amar. So once you have learned all this, you look at this word, then you know, oh, this is fi'il amar. This is a command verb. So when it is a command verb and it has this alif, how do you read that? So when you learn that topic, you will know that, oh, this word has to be read with iqra. Okay, so that is the second method, is by learning Arabic. All right, so there are two ways. First, you ask your ustaz. Second, you learn the grammar. Okay, so here the word is iqra. Iqra. Yeah, but imagine, let's say we have one word before iqra. If this is just an example, yeah, if we have wa before iqra, how are you going to read this? Do you read wa iqra or do you read waqra? Which one? What do you think? Waqra. Yes, correct. Yes, if you have a word before this, or if you want to join this to the previous word, then you cannot read this alif anymore. This alif has to be skipped. Okay, you have to link to the previous letter. So this is the behavior of this alif. Yeah, this alif with this symbol. Okay, let us look at some other. Yeah, now here we have another one. This alif with, again, you see this symbol. So that the same thing. So this is the alif without hamzah. So if you look at the alif, do you see any vowel for this letter?
No.
No vowel, right? There is no vowel at all. So there is no vowel. You need to know, how am I going to read this word? So first, you look at this one, you know, oh, this alif, it is in the middle of a word or in the middle of a sentence. We do not have to pronounce it. That is why here we say bismi. You skip that alif as if the alif doesn't exist. Bismi. Okay, you skip that alif. So this is when you join, okay, when it is in the middle of a word. But if it is the word on its own, okay, or you start the sentence using this word, then you have to read this alif. Okay, and what is the vowel for this alif? Okay, let me remove this first. Okay, what is the vowel for this alif? Here you don't see any vowel. So my question is, what do you read? How do you read the alif if it is at the beginning of a sentence? Is it asmon, ismon, usmon? Ismon, yes, correct. But how do you know it is ism and not asm or usm? How do you know?
Because you learn it that way.
Yes, because this is what we have learned, right? So this is what we have learned. And if you look at the dictionary, they will give you the kasra as well. So yes, this word is ism. Ismun. So if it is individual word, then you say ismun, ismuka. But when you join it to a word before that, then you have to skip the alif. That is why when we ask, what is your name? Okay, what is the word? What is your name? Ma. Again, ma.
Ma ismuka.
Okay, how do we read this? Do we say ma ismuka? Masmuka. Yes, correct. So if you were to put the vowel, of course the alif will have a kasra. Then you will read ma ismuka, because the word is ismuka. But now you understand that this alif is the alif without hamza, and this is at the middle of a sentence. So the rule says that if this alif is at the middle of a sentence, do you read that hamza? Do you read this hamza or we skip this hamza? I cannot hear you, Samida. Maybe it's raining over there.
Skip.
We skip, yes, correct. So you skip this hamza. You don't read the e anymore. That is why when we say these words, we say masmuka. Yeah. So this is regarding this hamza, and the Quran. In the Quran, it is always written with this symbol. Okay. So next time when you read the Quran, you see that symbol, you please remember this, yeah. And you have to ask your ustaz, how am I? Don't just assume, oh, this is this is this is no. Yeah. Do not just assume. Please check. And another word, yeah, this is another word. Alif. You have this symbol. How do you read this word? In the sentence, of course, we just join it to the previous word. We say Rabbikal lazi. Rabbikal lazi. But if you were to read this word individually? How are you going to read this alif? Is it allazi? Yes, it is allazi and not illazi, not ullazi. And how do you know it is allazi? It is not written. You check with your ustaz. You check. You check in the dictionary as well. Yes. All right. So this word, if it is an individual word, then you will see they put the fathah allazi. But since this is in a sentence, then you don't see the fathah anymore. Yeah. So this is the differences between these two. Yeah. Two alif, the one without hamzah and with the one with hamzah. Okay. That is about the alif. Now we look at the second ayah. This is from Surah Al-Kawthar. Al-Kawthar. Yes. Who would like to read for us? Tafaddal, tafaddalu, tafaddal, please. We say tafaddal. Silakan, tafaddal. Tafaddali. Yes, Khairul.
Fasalli li rabbika wanhar.
Fasalli li rabbika wanhar. Yes, correct, Khairul. Fasalli li rabbika wanhar. Good. Fasalli, fasalli. Okay, now let's just look at the meaning, yeah? The meaning. Okay, this word, fasalli. Fasalli, this is two words actually. Okay, here we have two words. The first word is the word fa. Fa is a word on its own. And the meaning of fa, we have two meanings. The first one is and. The second meaning is so. So, yeah, so and. Salli, this is a verb. This is a command verb, which means pray. Which means pray. There are two meanings for this word. First is pray, our prayer. Pray. The second one is to say salawat. To say salawat to our prophet. Okay, when you say Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, this is the word. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Okay, so salli is the word on its own. So what does it mean here? It means so pray. So pray. Okay, pray. And then we have the next word, li rabbika. Li rabbika. Yes, what is this? Here we have, now we have three words. Not just two words. We have three words. Okay, what are the three words here? Li rabbika. Okay, we have learned the three words.
Li
Li, Rabbi, and Ka. Yes, thank you, Fajatul. Li, Rabbi, and Ka. Yes, correct. This is the first word. Li. This is the second word. Rabbi, and this is the third word. Ka. Okay. So here we have three words. First, it is Li. Second, it is Rabbun, Rab, and third, it is Ka. Okay, now let us look at the first word, Li. Li means to or for. To somebody or for somebody, you say Li. Okay, Li. For example, you say Lillahi ta'ala, for Allah. Whatever that I do is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we say Li, Lillahi ta'ala. The second word is Rab. We have seen this word, God. And the third word is Ka, your. The meaning is now, what is the meaning? Is it two or four? We have to look from the beginning of the sentence. Fasalli li rabbika. So pray to your God. So we can translate li as two. Pray to your God. Okay. So pray to your God. The next word is wanhar. Wanhar. So here we have two words as well. The first word is wa. The second word is, how do you read this word? Now you have that hamza again, the alif with this symbol.
Anhar.
Anhar. So that is what we want to know, because there is no vowel at all, right? Okay. If you read the two words together, then of course you don't worry about this. You just say wanhar. We just keep the alif, wanhar. But the question is, how do you read the words on its own? On its own, is it anhar? Is it unhar? Or is it inhar? Okay. The answer is inhar. And the answer is inhar and not anhar. How do you know it is inhar or anhar? Okay, you will have to wait until we reach the lesson of this fi'il amr, the command verb. So when we learn this command verb, you will know. Oh, okay. So now I know how when should I read e and when should I read a or u? Yeah, can I read a? Okay, that is another question. Okay, so here it is one har, in har. One har or what? In har means and sacrifice. So in this verse, Allah asks our Prophet, Salli li rabbika, pray to your God and make sacrifices. And the word in har here, it can be the sacrifices that we do during the during Eid al-Adha. Okay, when we slaughter the animal or after they have done the Hajj, so they slaughtered some animal. This is called the inhar, one har. Yeah, okay. That is the second verse, and of course, for these two verse, the domir is here, the ka, and the second one is also ka. Yeah, underline. They ask you to underline. Okay. Now we look at the third one. The third one, this is not from the Quran. This is from the Hadith. This is from the Hadith, and the Hadith. Okay. Yes. What is the Hadith? Can somebody read this? Yes, Safia.
Allahumma afini fi badani.
Allahumma afini fi badani. Naam. Ya, syukran Safia. Allahumma afini fi badani. This is a hadith and this is also a zikr, a dua. You find this in Al-Ma'surat. Okay, last 2 days ago, I did mention about Ma'surat, yeah, a collection of some ayat Quran and some dua that are recommended to be read every day, every morning and every evening. Okay, so this is called the Ma'surat. Inside that small booklet, Ma'surat, yeah. Okay. Allahumma afini fi badani. Allahumma, oh Allah, afini. Okay, look at this word. Here we have two words. The first word is afi. The second word is this, yeah. And we have an additional letter which is nun. So this is the breakdown of the words. First, afi. What is afi? Afi means grant health, provide health. Okay, provide somebody with help. That is the meaning of afi. Or you can also translate afi as free someone from illness. Okay, in Malay you say afiat, sehat wa afiat. So this word afiat is actually from this word afi, afia. Okay, so afi, make somebody healthy. That is the word of afi. And then the next word is this ya. What is this ya? This is a domir. The domir ya. So what is the meaning here when you have this ya? Is this ana or is this my?
My.
Okay, what we have learned previously, yes, whenever you have ya, what does it mean? It means my, right? Okay, but now look at this carefully. Here you have a ya, but before the ya, what is the letter? What is the letter? Non. You have this non. Okay. If you see this, okay, be careful, yeah. If you see this ni at the end of a word, ni, the translation is not my anymore. What is the translation? This word, the translation is me. Okay, so it is not my, it is not I, it is me. So what is the meaning here? Wa'afini, and provide me with health. Wa'afini, and free me from any disease, from any sickness. You see, we don't translate as my anymore because here it is not my thing, my belonging. No, this now becomes the object. In grammar, they call it the object. So object, when it involves this ya, you have to have the known letter. Yeah, okay. So in this case, it is a bit different from what we have seen just now. Just now it is always e, but this time you have the ni, okay, the known, yeah, the known together with the ya. Okay. And next is fi in. Fi means in. And the last word is badani. Badani. Okay, this word, badani, we have two words as well. What are the two words for this word badani? What do you think? Yes, anyone? Badani. What? Yes.
Bada
Ba
and me.
Bada and
Ni.
ni. Okay, Shamimi says bada, that is the first word. and the second word is ni. All right. Is there any other opinion? Any other opinion different from what Shamimi mentioned just now? Or do you agree with what Shamimi said? Yes.
Ba Badan dengan nun and ya.
Again, badan.
Ah,
Badan with the nun. So nun here is part of the word badan.
yes.
Oh, okay. So what Sophia said here. The first word is badan. And the second word is just the yeah. Okay. Thank you both of you. Thank you Shamimi and thank you Sophia. Yes. So we have two opinions now. First is bada and ni. Second is badani. Badan and yeah. Which one is correct? Which one is the correct one? So in order for you to identify the correct one, you have to look at the meaning of the two words. First, let us look at this bada. Okay, find the word bada in the dictionary. Do you have this word bada, ba and dal only? Okay, you can Google. You will find something else. You will find Buddha, Buddhan, Buddun. Yes, but not bada. Okay, there is no bada in the dictionary. So what does it mean? It means that this is wrong because there is no word bada. Okay, in the dictionary there is no bada. And what is bada? We do not understand. So in this case, bada is noun. What does it mean? It means that this noun is not separate from bada. This is actually one word. This is the correct word, the correct answer. The noun is actually part of the word badan. So here the first word is badan. When you refer to the dictionary, you have a meaning. You will get a meaning for the word badan. What is that badan? Can you guess what is badan? In Malay, we use that word, badan.
Tubuh.
Our?
Body.
The body, yes. Badan is badan. You say badan. So badan is an Arabic word. You say badan, yeah, badan. And then this is badan. So what is the other word? Of course, it is yeah. My badan, my body. That is the two words. These are the two words, yeah. Badani, badan and ya. So when we translate the dua again, we say Allahumma ya Allah, afini, grant me health, fi badani, in my body, or free my body from any disease. Wa'afin, and the remaining of the hadith is wa'afini wa'afini fi sam'i, and grant me health in my hearing. Wa'afini fi basari, and grant me health in my sight. So yeah, you can go to Maksurat and uh, look at the rest of the dua. Allahumma afini fi badani. Alright. So now, the additional information that we learn here is that the ya, not only it can be translated as my, sometimes you can translate it as me as well. But this time you will have an additional noun, yeah, the noun ni. So this is what you have in most of your dua. In your dua, Allahumma gfirli dhunubi wali walidayya warhamhuma kama rabbaya. What is the next word? Kama rabbaya. Anyone? Kama rabbayani saghira. Correct? Kama rabbayani. So what is that? We pray to Allah. Allahumma gfirli, oh Allah, ighfirli, forgive me, dhunubi, forgive my sin. Allahumma gfirli dhunubi wali walidayya, and to my parents, warhamhuma, and bless both of them. Kama, as, like what, rabbayani, both of them has what is rabbaya? They has educated me. That is what the meaning of ni here. When I was small, saghira. Okay, so this is another addition to our ya, yeah, ni. Okay, so this is the first at-tadrib. Any questions for these words, or anything you want to ask regarding the ayat or the dua? At the end of this hadith, so this is just the narration, yeah. So here they said ar-rawi. Ar-rawi is the narrator. Who is the person who narrated the hadith? So his name is Abu Bakr Nafi ibn al-Haris. So this is just the narrator, yeah. We can skip this part. Okay, now let us look at the tadrib, the next tadrib, at-tadrib as-sani. Okay, at-tadrib as-sani. At-tadrib as-sani, uktub Oktub. Oktub. So they ask you to write. That is the meaning of oktub. Oktub ya Ikmal. Oktub ya Khairul. Oktubi ya Fajatul. Oktubi ya Samida. Oktubi. Oktub ya. Right. So what do you need to write? Kama, such as, kama as what? Fil misal, in the example. As what you see in the example. So they want you to write like this. Okay, what is this? Al-misal, the example. Okay, here they give you one word. Okay, this is a new word. Okay, let us read this word. Haza.
هذا
Yes,
هذا
haza. Yeah. Haza kitabun.
كتاب.
Yes, haza kitabun. Okay, good. Now, let us look at this word. Do you notice when I read this word, I read this with is it with a long voice or long vowel or with a short vowel when I read that just now? How did we read this word?
Long.
Long vowel, right? I said haza, haza. But what is the symbol? Is it long vowel?
No.
No, this is the short vowel. So from our previous lesson, we say that if you have a short vowel, then you have to pronounce it very short. You have to say haza, haza, and not haza, just like what we did just now. Okay, so what is the problem here? Okay, this is actually an exception. Exception to the rule that we have learned previously. Previously, we say a short vowel, of course, you must read it with a short vowel, haza. But this word is an exception. Why is this an exception? Okay, this word, if you this word, when it is in the Quran, you will see this symbol. Instead of just the normal fatha, you will see this symbol. What is this symbol? What does it mean when you have that shape?
Long.
Long, yes, correct, Khairul. This is the mad. This is what we call as the mad, the long sound. Yes, so that is why what we read just now, that is why we read this haza, because this is the actual symbol that you should put. We should write, yeah, haza. But unfortunately, when we use computer to type, to type Arabic, this symbol is very rare. What I mean is that in the Arabic font, in the normal Arabic font, you will never find this symbol. Only specific font, the font that they use to write the Quran. Yes, you will see this symbol. So since there is no symbol, this symbol is not available in the Arabic font, they will just use the normal fatha. That is why this word is written with a normal fatha. But even though it is written with a normal fatha, you have to read it, you need to read it with a long fatha, with a long voice. Is that okay? So next time when you see this word, don't read haza, but we say haza, yeah? Haza, okay. So that is about this word. Now, what is the meaning of this word haza? Haza kitab. Haza kitab. Okay. Can you guess what is the meaning? Haza kitab.
Adakah?
Adakah? Adakah is a question. This is not a question. This is just to say haza kitab. Haza kitab.
ini kitab.
Ini kitab, this, correct, yeah. So the word haza here, it means this. This is a kitab, this is a book. Okay, so this is a new word, yeah, new word for today, haza. Haza kitab. Okay, now in the previous lesson we have learned another word to say this. Anyone remembers the word? Do you remember the word? You can go back to the lesson, to the conversation al-hiwar, and there is a line saying that I am a student in this university. So give me that word, this, in that sentence. So he said ana talib fi. What is the next word?
Hadhi.
Hazihi. Yes, thank you, that is the word. Okay, now we have another word which means hazihi, which means this as well, hazihi. Where this ha, yeah, sometimes you see they wrote the long symbol, sometimes you see they write with a normal fatha, similar to haza. And how do you read this? You have to read it with a long sound as well, just like haza, hazihi, haza, hazihi. And Even the ha here, you have to read it with a long sound. We say hazihi. So what is this hazihi? This is also this. So in Arabic, we have two words to say this. First is haza, second is hazihi. Yeah? Okay, haza and hazihi. And the next question is, why do we have two words? Why we have two words to say haza or to say this? Okay.
One for girl, one for boy.
One for girl and one for boy. Good, Shamida. Yes, correct. One for boy and one for girl. One for male, one for female. Okay, next question. Which one is for male? Which one is for female? Haza.
For male.
Haza for male. Okay, Shamimi said Haza is for male and for female. So Haza is for males. Is for Hazihi is for female.
Female.
Okay, yes, correct. Okay, so that brings us to this topic. Yeah, Haza and Hazihi. Well, actually, this topic there is there is a topic for this word. Yeah? For how do you say this? How do you say that? How do you say this? How do you say those? You will learn that in a dedicated topic, a grammar topic. But since they have already mentioned these two words, Haza and Hazihi, and you will always see this word repeated again and again, I will have to explain earlier. Okay, what are these two words? Haza and hazihi, as we said that these two words mean this, and the different, just like you said just now, haza is used for male and hazihi is used for female. Okay, so since you already know this, haza is used for a male and hazihi is used for a female. Now let us write a sentence. We want to say this is a student. How do you say that? This is a male student. And the next sentence, this is a female student. We start with the male student. This is a male student. What is the word? Just now we said that Ana. Yes, Shamimi.
Haza Tolib.
Haza talib. Haza talib. Okay, shukran Shamimi. Haza talibun or haza talib. Yes, this is sahih. Correct. Why? Because talib is the male student, right? So since this is male, you have to say haza. Yes, correct. So you say haza talib. Good. And what about hazihi? What about the female word? Female student? What is the word? Hazihi? How do you? Yes, Ikmal.
Hazihi tolibah.
Taliba or taliba?
Tolibah.
Look at the vowel again. Look at the vowel again. Where is the long vowel?
To.
To. Okay. So read again.
Hazihi tolibah.
Yes, that is correct. Okay. Don't simply say hazihi taliba, because if you say talib, when I listen to that, I don't understand. I don't quite understand. What do you mean by taliba? Is it taliba? Okay, then taliba. Okay, so it is not taliba, yeah? Because taliba has no meaning. There's no meaning for the word taliba. It is taliba. Okay, thank you. Shukran, Ikmal. All right, yes. So these are the examples. Yeah, you say haza talib, hazihi taliba. Okay, let us take another example. I want to say, this is Samida. So how do I say? This is Samida.
Hazihi Shomida.
Hazihi Shamida. Hazihi, yeah. Okay, good. Hazihi, good. I want to say this is Khairul.
Haza Kairul.
Haza Khairul. Okay. So now you know how to use haza and hazihi, yeah? Okay, good. All right. So, but what we did just now is for human. For human, of course, there is no problem, because for human, we have the true male gender and the true female gender. So this is a male, this is a female. Now, the problem is, what if you want to say, this is a pen, this is a book, this is a car, this is a university? Which word do you use? Do you say haza or do you say hazihi? Because objects, they do not have genders. This is a very interesting topic. Now, look at this. Okay, give me the word for book. Just now we have learned how to say book.
Kitabun.
Again, Shamimi?
Kitabun.
Kitabun. Yes, correct. Kitabun. Yes, this is the word for book. Yeah, we say kitab. Okay, now give me another word. Give me another word. University. University.
Jamiah.
Jami'ah. Jami'ah. Okay, syukran Syamimi. Okay, now we have these two words. First, the word kitab. Second, the word jami'ah. Okay, now you want to say, this is a book. This is a university. So what do you say here? That is the question. If it is a human, then it is easy because you look at the gender. Male, you say haza. Female, you say hazihi. But now it is an object.
Look at Tamar Buta.
Look at Tamar Buta, Masya Allah. So Samida said, look at Tamar Buta. Do we have Tamar Buta here?
Kitabun, no.
Kitabun, there is no Tamar Buta. And where's the Tamar Buta? At the word?
Jami'ah.
Jami'ah. Okay. So Shamida said, you look at the Tamar Buta. Okay, so what about the Tamar Buta? Why do we have to look at Tamar Buta? What do we have at this Tamar Buta? That is another question. Yes, Shamida.
So usually, it refers to girl.
It refers to a girl.
Yeah.
But this is object. We do not
Yeah,
have.
but we apply the same.
But what? I cannot hear
We apply the same grammar, I think.
the same grammar rule.
Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. But still, we don't. There is no gender for object, right? Okay. So, okay. Listen to this carefully. Yeah. Okay. In Arabic, we have genders for both human and object. But the gender for object is not for the object. Sorry, the gender is not for the object, but the gender is for the word. Again, I repeat, the gender in Arabic for human, of course, you have the true gender, male and also female. But for object, of course, there is no gender. But when we talk about gender in Arabic word, we are referring to the word, not to the object. Okay, not to the object, to the word. So we have to look at the word. Look at the word kitab and look at the word jami'ah. So the word kitab and the word jami'ah, the word will have a gender. So this is called the grammatical gender of the word. So what is the gender of the word kitab and what is the gender for the word jami'ah? So you have to look to what Shamida said just now. Well, actually, what Shamida said is just one sign that will help you to identify whether the gender of that word is male or female. Okay, what Shamida mentioned just now is look at this ta marbuta. Yes, correct. That is correct. This ta marbuta will tell you whether the gender of the word is male or female. When you have this ta, the gender of the word is a female word or a feminine word. So that is the gender of the word. Again, I repeat, the gender of the word, not the gender of the object. The object has no gender, but the word itself is a feminine word. What about kitab? Do you see any ta? There is no ta. So since there is no ta marbuta, what is the gender of the word? The gender of the word is a male or masculine. Okay, it is a masculine word. So again, it is the word, not the object, not the book itself, but the word kitab. Yeah. So by looking at whether it has ta or no ta, you can identify the gender of the word. So now, once you know that kitab is a masculine word and jamia is a feminine word, can you choose the correct haza or hazihi? Let's say we want to say, this is a book. Kitab, you want to say this is a kitab. What is the word that you should choose? Is it haza or hazihi? Then you have to go back to the lesson haza and hazihi just now. Haza is for male, hazihi is for female. So here, the word kitab is what? It's a male word, masculine word. So what is this now here? Is it haza or hazihi?
Haza.
Haza. Yes, Ikmal. So this has to be haza. Okay. And what about Jami'ah? You want to say this is a university. Do you say haza? Do you say hazihi? Yes, Sophia?
Hazihi.
Hazihi. Okay. Yeah. So this is another way of using haza and hazihi. The first one is you look at the real gender of that person. Number two, if it is not a person, an object, then you look at the word. Okay, when you have ta, so we use hazihi. When there is no ta, you just use haza. Right? So what we have learned here is actually is applied to most of the Arabic noun. When there is no ta, you use hazihi. When there is no ta, you use haza. Okay, but sometimes we do see that, oh, the word has a ta, but we don't use haza. We don't use hazihi. We use something else. So when we see that word, I will explain. Okay, some exception. There will be some exception, of course, to the grammar rules. All right. So this is, as I said, this is just an additional lesson. We will talk about this again, yeah, when we see that lesson, inshallah. Okay. Now, let us continue. So first, you say haza or hazihi, and in this case, since this is kitab, male word, masculine word, nota, that is why they put the word haza. And after that, of course, they want to combine this word haza with ana. They want to say my book. So haza kitabi. Now let us try number one. The word that they give you here is ism and anta. You want to say you do not want to say you are a noun. No, you are a name. No, they want to say your name. So what is the word here?
Ka.
Ka. Okay. What about ismo?
Muka.
Ismuka. Yes, correct. Okay. I believe everybody now understood how to do this. Yeah. So yes, ismuka. Okay. But what is the word to say this? Is it haza or hazihi?
Haza.
Haza. Yes, correct. And why is it haza? Why not hazihi? You look at the word isim. Do you see any ta?
No.
Nota. So since there is nota, we say haza. Yeah. For example, you want to this is your name. Haza ismi. We say haza ismi. Good. This is my name or this is your name. Haza ismuka. Okay. Now we go to the next one. Rabbun. God. Ana. I. But here we want to say my God, not I am a God. If you say I am a God, then it is ana rabbun, like Fir'aun. So Fir'aun, he said to his people, he said, Ana rabbukumul a'la. I am your highest God. That is what he said. That is why he is punished by the real God. Rabbun and Ana. No, we do not want to say I am God. We want to say my God. Okay, now try this together with the word this, haza or hazihi. What is the sentence now?
Haza. Rabbi.
Haza Rabbi. So Syamimi said Haza Rabbi. Let us check, yeah. Okay, first we say Haza. Why is that Haza? Why not Hazihi? You are referring to which word? To Rob or to Ana? When you want to say this is, you are referring to the word Rob.
Ana.
Rob.
Ana?
Rob.
If you are referring to the word Ana, then it means this is Ana. But we do not say that, right? We say this is my God. This is God. This is my God. So then we are referring to the word Rob. So Rob, is that is that male or female word? Of course, God, we don't say that God has a gender because God, Allah is the creator and we cannot similarize the creator with us, with the creation. So we don't say the gender. What is the gender of God? We don't talk about that. Okay, we don't talk about that. But we are referring now to the word. Now, if you refer to the word Rob, what can we say? Male word, masculine word, or feminine word?
Masculine.
Masculine word. So again, yeah, we are referring to the word, not referring to the God. Okay. So this is a masculine word. That is why we say haza. Okay, good. That is the first one, haza. So now we join the word Rab and Ana. So it becomes Rabbi. Yeah. Okay, good. Yes. Rabbi. Haza Rabbi. This is like what the Prophet Ibrahim said. So in the Quran, Allah mentioned Prophet Ibrahim when he saw the moon. He looked at the moon. He say, this might be my God. So he say, Haza Rabbi. This is what he said. Haza Rabbi. This is my God. The next day, when he saw the sun is bigger than the moon. Sun is shining. Sun it has the sunshine. So then he said, oh, this is bigger. This must be the God. So he said, Haza Rabbi. But at the end of the day, when the sun, when it is sunset, then he realizes that sun or moon is not the true God. So who is the true God? The creator of the sun and the creator of the moon, which is Allah. Yeah. So this is that's the example of this word Haza Rabbi in the Al-Quran. Okay, now we go to the third one. Ustaz and auntie. Yes. What is the answer here? You want to say this is your ustaz. Ustaz and auntie. Your ustaz. So what do you say? Haza, hazihi?
هذا أستاذك.
Haza, ustazu. Again, haza, ustazu.
هذا أستاذك.
Haza, ustazuki. Haza, ustazuki. Okay, yes, that is what Shamida said. Haza, ustazuki. Okay. Does anyone have a different answer? Do you agree with what Shamida said just now? Haza ustazuki, or do you have another answer? Shamimi, Shami, what do you say?
No, I agree with
Oh,
Shamida.
Shamimi agrees. Okay, Shamimi agrees. Shamimi agrees with Shamida. Okay, what about Fajatul? Fajatul, do you agree, Fajatul? Haza ustazuki.
هذه.
Okay, Fajatul want to say hazihi. Okay, Fajatul says hazihi. Sophia, what do you say? Haza or hazihi?
هذا.
Haza. Sophia says haza. Khairul, what do you say?
Haza.
Khairul also say haza. Ikmal?
Haza.
Ikmal also say haza. So Fajatul, you are the only one who says hazihi. Now, let us ask you, what is the reason? Why do you say hazihi?
Key.
Because of the word key.
Key.
Okay, thank you. Because of the word key. Yes. So student in other group, they also say this. Some say haza, some say hazihi. So now we want to understand, why do you say haza? Why do you say hazihi? Then we can decide which one is the correct answer. Yeah? So that you understand what is the correct answer. Okay. Now, when you say haza or hazihi ustazuki, you are referring to which word? You are pointing to whom? Are you pointing to ustaz or are you pointing to auntie or to ki? You have an ustaz in front of you, and this ustaz is your ustaz, and your here is a female.
Okay, Ustad. Salah. Haza.
Okay, now Fajatul realizes. Okay, thank you, Fajatul. Yes,
Ustad.
thank you. Okay, thank you. So that is why we need to understand. When you say haza, you are referring to which word? You are referring to the ustaz. We are not referring to auntie. Yeah, we don't say this is you. No, this is ustaz. Your ustaz. So it is ustaz. Whether it is your ustaz, my ustaz, his ustaz, doesn't change the gender of the ustaz. So ustaz is still a male. That is why we say haza. Yeah. Okay, good. So for this one, it is haza. Yeah, haza ustaz. So don't confuse yourself. Yeah, even though you have key here, this is not what we want to refer by using the word haza. Yeah, we want to say ustaz. Haza ustaz. Okay, good. Now number 4, hal and ana. Hal. This is the word that you see in the word kaifa haluka. Kaifa haluka. You see kaifa haluka. What is this? What is the meaning of this word kaifa haluka? Of course, the general meaning is how are you? But we want to understand the individual meanings of this phrase. Kaifa means, what is kaifa? Kaifa is how. Hal, what is hal? What is, again? What do you mean by Is that the question word?
How are you?
Or how is this? How is kaifa? Or you want to say okay, no. This is not This is not The translation, how are you, is just the general meaning. It is not referring to the individual words inside that sentence. So we don't say kaifa is how, hal is No, hal is not What is this? So this is the word hal. The word hal actually means condition. So when you say kaifa haluka, the original meaning is how is your condition? That is the actual meaning for the word for the phrase kaifa haluka. But of course, nobody will say, how is your condition? They will just say, how are you? That is why the translation is, how are you? Yeah, but the individual meanings of the word is kaifa, how, hal, condition, ka, yo. How is your condition? Ana bi khair. Bi khair, in good condition. So that is the meaning of the word hal. Yeah, okay. Now you want to join the word hal to the word ana. You want to say my condition. This is my condition. This is my state now. Yes. What do we say? Do not add the word haza or hazihi. Just focus on this word first. Hal and ana. What is the word now? Hal and ana. Yes. Anyone? How do you say my condition?
Hal.
Hal.
Hal. I'm trying, Ustaz. Hali or
Hali.
Hali.
Hali. Yes. Sahih. Yes. This is just like the word Rabbi just now. Rabbi, you just add the ya and then you put a kasra before the ya. So this is similar. Hal, you just add the ya and you put the kasra before the ya. So that is the word hali. Hali. My condition. Yeah. Okay. My condition. Okay. If you want to add, now you want to add this. You want to say, this is my condition. That's what you can see. This is my condition. So what is the word this for this word hal? Hadha or hadihi? The same rules again. Look at the sign, the ta. Do you see a ta?
Haza.
Haza, because there is no ta, correct? So yes, you say haza. So the answer is haza hali. This is my condition. Okay, yeah, haza hali. Okay. Of course, we have said just now in Arabic, the word is the gender of the word. It is either male or female. Male or female. But sometimes there are exceptions. Sometimes one word can be treated with both genders. It means that you can say, oh, this word hal is a male word. Therefore, you say haza. You can also say that, oh, this word, even though there is no ta marbuta, it is used as a female word. So, therefore, you will say hazihi. So, why is this? This is because Arabic has been spoken since over 1,400 years ago. It is not a new language. It is among the oldest language ever, right? So, and the speakers of this language is millions, not thousand, not 100,000. It is million because you have people from most of those people in the Arab countries, spanning from Iraq until African part of the Arab countries, Algeria and Tunisia. So these people, they all speak Arabic, and therefore they have differences. Okay, there are some differences in terms of the usage of certain vocabulary. So for some Arab, they treat this word hal as a male word. That is why they say haza. But for some, they say, oh no, we treat this as a female word. That is why they call it. They use the word hazihi. There are some exceptions. Okay, but there are just a few of them. So whenever we see that, I will let you know. Okay, but general rule is like what we learned just now. Whenever you see tamarbuta, we just treat the word as female, and whenever you do not see the tamarbuta, you treat it as a male. Yeah. So this is an exception. You can say haza. You can also say hazihi. Okay. That is for hal. Now the last word. The last word is salat. Salatun. Salah. Prayer. Salah. And then you want to join to the word anta. You want to say your prayer. Yes. What is the word? Salat and anta.
Solatuka.
Salatuka. Yes, thank you. Salatuka Chamimi. Salatuka. Good. Yes, salatuka. Yes, that is correct. Salatuka, your prayer. Your prayer. Okay, now let's say we want to add this word haza or hazihi. What is the correct word? Haza, salatuka or hazihi, salatuka?
Haza.
Haza. Okay, Ikmal said haza. Why haza, Ikmal?
Because ka. In the end.
Ka. Oh, okay. Again, when you say this, you are referring to the prayer or you are referring to you? The prayer here means the way you pray.
Hazihi.
Hazihi. Why hazihi? You are referring to which word? Ikmal just now, Ikmal or Khairul? Ikmal said just now, referring to ka.
Hazihi Ustaz. Sorry, my mistake.
Why hazihi?
Because ta.
It refers to which word?
To doa. Solatu.
To the word salat. Yes, salat, yes, like Imam said, it can mean doa, correct? It can mean prayer. Prayer here, your salat or your dua. It is also called salat, yeah? Yes, so it refers to that prayer. So it is not ka. That is why we say hazihi, yeah? So this time we say hazihi. So for this topic, haza and hazihi, we will talk about them in detail, inshallah, in when we arrive at the lesson, haza and hazihi. Okay, good. Now, now is the last exercise. Yeah, it's the last exercise. At-tadrib. This should be at-tadrib al-thalis, not at-tadribu thani. This should be at-tadribu al-thalithu, which means the third exercise. Al-thalis, thalis is the third. Okay, next time we will learn how to say first, second, how to say 1, 2, 3, how to say first, second, third, fourth, and so on. At-tadribu thalis, the third exercise, imla il faragh, fill in the blank, bid damir al-muttasil, using this damir muttasil, ka, ki, and also e. Kama fil misal. Al-munasib means suitable. The suitable damir, kama fil misal. So here we have the misal. The misal says, ana talib, ismi Muhammad. So they want you to put the correct damir here. So this kind of question, normally they will give you a clue. Okay, you look at that clue, you will be able to determine which damir should you use. So for this word, do you see a clue? Why do you say it's me? Because of that clue. Where is the clue? My name is Muhammad. Why do you use word my? Why not ismuka? Why not ismuki? There is a clue here. What is the clue? Do you see the clue?
Ana.
Ana. Sahih. Yes, correct. Because of the word ana. Ana talib, therefore it's me. Because ana, right? So there will be a clue normally. So this word, the clue is ana, then your answer is me, my. Okay, now we look at the first question. Ma jinsiyatu. Do you still remember this? Ma jinsiyatu. What is the meaning? Ma jinsiyatu. Jinsiyah. Do you remember the flag? Those flag you want to mention, you want to talk about Malaysia, Malaysian, Indonesia, Indonesia, nationality. Yes, yeah. So jinsiyah is nationality. So they want to ask about your nationality. Okay, what is the domir here? Jinsiyatu ya Zainab. Key. Okay, key. Okay, why do you say key? What is the clue? Where is the clue here?
Zainab.
Ya Zainab. Okay, here we have two clues. The first one is ya. Whenever you see ya, so it means that you are talking to him or you are talking to her. So your domir should always be your, not his, not her. Yeah, whenever you see ya, you know it is always you. Number two, is it for male or for female? Then you see Zainab. Of course, this is for female. That is why we say ki. Ma jinsiyatu ki. Yeah, okay, good. Yes. Look at number three. We skip number two. Look at number three. Man ustaz ya Adam. Man, this is a new word, which means who. Previously, you learned the word min. Ana min. That is a different word. Even though the spelling is similar, but the vowel is different. Min. Min is, what is min? Ana min. From, yeah. So man is who, min is from. Now you want to ask, who is your or my ustaz? So what is the domir here? The clue is ya Adam.
Ka.
Ustazuka. Sahih Khairul, Sahih Somida. Yes, this is the answer. Yeah, man ustazuka. Who is your ustaz? Ya Adam, because Adam is a male. Okay, good. Yes. And now the last one. This is from the Quran, and this is also the dua that you read in what is that? Before in the dua of iftitah. Not kunut. This is not kunut. Kunut is this is the iftitah. Yes, what we call the dua iftitah. The opening dua. Iftitah actually means opening. Before, when we start our prayer, before we read Al-Fatihah, we start with this dua iftitah. Allahu Akbar kabira until inna salah, until the end. So let us fill in the dhamir. Yes, qul inna salah. So in the dua, it start from here. Salah, salati. Okay. And then wa nusu. Of course, the dhamir is always a ya. Yeah. So since this is from the Quran, we don't have any other option. We just follow what is mentioned in that verse. Yeah. Qul inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alamin. This letter, if it is the normal writing, then you have the dots. But in the Quran, they do not put the dots. Okay, that is the way the Quran is written. Mamati, normal writing, you will see the dots as well. Yeah. But in the Quran, there is no dots. Okay, what is the meaning? In qul, first is the word qul. Qul means say. Yes? Say. Say. Like qul huwallahu ahad. Say that Allah is one. Qul, yeah? Qul is say. Inna, this is indeed. Sesungguhnya. Indeed. You have this word a lot. Innallaha ma'as sabirin. Innahu kana tawwaba. Inna. So every time you see inna, now you know the meaning is indeed. Allah wants to emphasize that thing. Indeed what? Indeed, yeah. Inna salati. So here, this is our acknowledgement to Allah. We say to Allah, oh Allah, inna salati. Indeed, my, what is salah just now?
Solat.
My salat. Indeed, my prayer. Indeed, my prayer. Wa nusuki. And my. This is also my. Nusuk. Nusuk is all the ibadah that we do. All the ibadah that we do. The rites. All the ibadah, all the sacrifices that we do. Wa mahyaya. The third word. And also the mahya. Mahya, this is the life. Whose life? Ya. Ya, this is also my. Okay. Actually, this is the ya with the kasrah. But here we have this alif. We have a mad. We cannot put a kasrah here because if you put kasrah, the word will change. It will become wa mahyai. The word is not mahyai. The word is just mahya. So that is why in this case, they do not put the kasrah. And since they do not put the kasrah, how are you going to read the ya? That is why they change the vowel of the ya. So now we say wa ya. So this ya also is similar to e. My, yeah? That is why we translate here as and my life. Wa mahyaya. So wa mahyaya, and the next one is wa mamati. Mamati. So here we have two words again, wa mamat and ya, my. So this is my, just now mahya is my life. And what about mamat? Mamat is the opposite of mahya. What is mamat? Mati, kematian, my death. So do not call your friend Mamat, yeah? If you have don't call him Mamat. You should call him by his name, Muhammad. Don't just call him Mamat, because Mamat means death. Okay, so what about all these things? Inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alamin. So all of these are for Allah. We live because of Allah. We die because of Allah. We pray because of Allah. Everything is because of Allah. That is the meaning. That is our confession actually, yeah, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rabbil alamin, the God of the universe. Al-alamin is the universe. All right. So this is the lesson. Yeah, this is our lesson about the dhamir. Of course, the lesson is very simple. It is just about the ana, anta. But here we have also learned some vocabularies, some other vocabularies, and yeah, today we also learn about haza and hazihi, and yes, haza and hazihi.